The question, broadly speaking, was, and Adler, correct me if this isn't a fair representation, what are sort of the attributes of economic moats that you value? And there was a second part to that, which is, do you think about those moats differently in a growing business versus a declining business?
Yeah,
and a business that is sort of flattish.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. I think the evaluation of moats is probably one of the most difficult things. When I talk to Guy, and I remember recently we were talking about some company, and it looked very compelling to me. I told him, how would you compare this to Nestle, for example? And his perspective was there's no comparison because Guy thinks Nestle is bulletproof. It's going to be there forever, and they're going to keep taking more and more share in emerging markets and so on. Or then I asked him, how does this compare to Weetabix, which was a small UK company, made cereal and such. And of course, he's very high on Weetabix. And so moats are extremely important. I think the evaluation of moats is not the easiest thing. It takes time and some, I would say lattice work type thinking out in many different ways to try to get to a sense of kind of what those moats are and how enduring they are and so on. So it's I think that the the expanding businesses or the shrinking businesses or the flat businesses, well, you have to look at it in the context of the actual business. I would say this, that other things being equal, you're better off investing in businesses with huge runways ahead of them. I think you're better off investing where you've got. So again, this is a shift I'm going through, and I've been going through for many years, between buying assets cheap versus buying assets that are going to appreciate a lot in the future. You're always better off buying assets that are going to appreciate a lot in the future, and in Munger's words, paying up for them. You'll end up better.